Hey, welcome to Read Only Memories. It's a game that I picked up a while ago. Thought it looked interesting, thought I might play it. So, let's, try and play it. Oh, hmm.
Neo San Francisco, 2064 AD. The world is on the cusp of not one, but three technological singularities. Cybernetic augmentation and genetic modification allow the repair and enhancement of almost any part of a human body. Millions of people jack into virtual worlds every day to work, play, and connect with one another with advanced brain-to-machine technology. Easier access to genetic modification leaves hybrids walking the streets, looking less human every day. Relationship Organizational Managers, or ROMs for short, are the commonplace companion and tool of any modern person. However, they are still machines at their core. The logic they are built on impedes their ability to think for themselves and determine their own behavior.
That's right. You see, this is at the heart of why we took on this merger with Parallax. We wanted to take artificial intelligence to the next level. And now, well, we have devices that can truly adapt.
Organizations, like the Human Revolution, seek to slow the relentless pace of progress, fearing that unchecked technology will make us lose the very things that make us human. High above the rising tension below, a Parallax engineer buries himself in schematics and equations, trying to bring a new kind of life into the world. And with this, humanity's destiny will be altered forever.
So we're in the super future. Home sweet home. Okay, maybe not so sweet. Musty might be a better descriptor. Oh, it's a point and click adventure. You're home within your home. Nothing like curling up under those blankets and escaping away for a while. You'd better submit your article before you turn in, or you won't have a place to sleep for long. Talk to the bed. The bed only chats back when you're sleep talking. It's not the most well-designed function. A single piece of loose, unsorted paper lies on the ground. Alright, well then let's pick it up. It sort of suits the room's aesthetic better with it there than on the ground, don't you think? I guess. Anything to say? A page only holds the opinions of its author. This one is blank. Let's... The video screen on the front says, Mustard, half full, spoiled milk, 10 days past expired. You open the fridge and see the bottle of mustard and a carton of spoiled milk, which has developed an odor. Maybe the spoiled milk has one more good day on it. Maybe. Let's take it. You never know. Spoiled milk added to items. You have anything to say, fridge? You remind the fridge that you need to pick up some more milk when you go out. It jots down milk on the list. Probably best to just make a mental note instead. You've had enough vitamin R for one lifetime anyway. I don't think we need the mustard, so... What is going on with my sink? You don't know exactly what that ooze is, only that it seems to be growing. Oh god, running water might make it worse. You try talking to the sink, but it gives you the cold shoulder. How rude. Your ID card, your spoiled milk. Gross. Yeah, no. Well, I know I have another item then. Don't stick that there. You're certainly not going to be the one to reach inside that to retrieve it. Oh. Okay, here we go. Small plastic ID card with your name, picture, and stats. I have stats? Is this also an RPG? GX Ultra Beats headphones. Those are totally not what I'm wearing. A pair of GX Ultra Beats headphones, the ultimate in budget audio. You better try them out so you can start crafting your review. Let's talk to it first. These smart headphones must surely enjoy your voice in high definition. There we go. Headphones added to items. These are the GX Ultra Beats you need to write a review for. Guess now is as good a time as any to get to work. They're smart headphones, so you should be able to use them with some things lying around your apartment. Let's try with the fridge. You sync up the headphones and listen to live streams of a cooking show about making ramen using household materials. Unfortunately, you learn mustard and spoiled milk aren't quite enough to make good ramen. I wonder. You can hear sink gurgling in high def. Yo, YMO poster. Your friend Eden gave this to you. The group is old, but the music is timeless. That's what he said, at least. Huh. I wonder if... You touch the poster and YMO begins playing in your ears. Interesting. Careful, that's a load-bearing poster. This has a good sense of humor, I like it. It might feel less silly talking to this if it had a portrait of the band or something on it. What about my bed? The headphones detect that you're laying down and begin to play some soothing ocean sound effects. What about the door? Just hums and blips. Sounds secure. Well, at least you feel safe behind this newly installed security door. You command the door to stay locked. It bleeps stoically back at you. Good door. Careful, these are a review copy. GX probably wouldn't appreciate them coming back covered in coffee. Oh, I was going to see if there was like anything about, you know, hip coffees. Take a sip of old stale coffee. The letters F and K seem clear as day. It's also really gross. What? I don't know. I'm not a coffee person. You scan the book with your fingers and the audio file begins playing on the headphones. Oh, that's dope, actually. You start to tell the book a story before realizing the irony. The classics can get boring pretty fast after multiple reads. Besides, it's more useful holding up the window. Yeah, I guess. Don't throw your new headphones out there. This may be a moderately safe neighborhood, but those will be gone in 10 minutes if you leave them out there. Alright. Despite the smell, keep the window open. Better have gross air than no air. Besides, the window's broken. Oh. Well then. There's no one out there. This plant is in pretty bad shape. Aren't there supposed to be one of the easier plants to take care of? God, I don't have any type of green thumb. Careful, poor thing is more fragile than a snowflake. Can I hear anything about the plants? No, don't listen, it's not a good vibe. Alright, well, look at the computer. Good old Lappy. It may not be the most powerful, or the fastest, or have the best screen, but, well, It works! Yeah, I know that feeling. Looking pretty hot there, Lappy. Like, literally hot. Overheating, as usual. Dude, we need an upgrade. Oh. Live Intelligence Processing System. Okay. That's what LIPS stands for. You have an article due tonight. Better finish it before bed. I'll check my email first. Your inbox. A hell of a terrifying, so specific, so personal that no other living thing should dare enter. Luckily, you're the only person with the password. Spam mail, scam mail, bill, work mail, weekly updates, invitation, promotional mail, rent mail. Let's look at the work mail first. Hey there, I'm the lead editor of OMG Zounds. We're a new up-and-coming audio review feed looking for hot talent. We'd love to feature any product reviews you'd like to do for us. We'd be able to give you some great exposure, and if we like your stuff, could possibly throw some creds your way. Does anyone pay their journalists anymore? Kid, you don't know. This is your weekly updates from Vintage Tech, your #1 source of classic technology. Popular pieces this week: The King of Click, the retrospective on the classic Model N keyboard. Nah, man, I have to keep my Vintage Tech. I guess we can only unsubscribe. Alright. Request denied. Subscription cannot be modified. Crap. Let's see what this invitation's about. An invite to come see the lighting ceremony of the Christmas tree downtown from your friends at Dr. Trisha Lee DDS. Why does a dentist want to see a lighting ceremony? Feels like a trap. Promo mail? Did I look at this yet? No. A coupon for 5 credits back on a Hassie Infinity. What? A Hassie Infinity has all your daily calories, with none of the nutritional value, like the opposite of a diet version. Huh. According to this email, your rent is nearly due. Better get an article submitted soon. Your account is past due the amount of 216 credits. Failure to restore your account may result in termination of service. PowerCo! Ah, yes. The age-old choice between food or electricity. Spam. Get cheap crash. Only 99 creds for 30-day supply. 200 and 12 stims. What? Hello there, I am Prince Thomas. Yes, the Prince Thomas. Here, Digital Empire of Horsey Books. 92413. I need your help to secure my great fortune, and of course, we'll reward you handsomely for your assistance. Please, if you could send your personal credit ID marker to me immediately, so that sounds like a great business opportunity. Wow, even in the Neo future, we have a crap ton of spam and scam mail. Well, might as well write this journal. Journal Logic isn't the fanciest program, but it's the only word editor that still gets updates from a machine as old as yours. Alright, time to get your work out of the way. Let's do this. Selling your soul, bit by bit, character by character. Finished. Now send it off to the editor. There, your big break. Surely your glowing review of the GX Ultra Beats is your ticket out of poverty and into a book deal. Surely. Work is finally out of the way. Time for bed. But first, log out. Or you could read some OK Today and catch up on some real news before you go to sleep. Nah, man. We have to go to YouTube. This is Lips Live, the premier online video network. This app is like a mesh of all active streams. You turn on the GX Ultra Beats and they sync automatically as you start to watch one of the baby animal feeds. Lappy speakers feel neglected. Oh, there. Okay, Today is Neo SF's San Francisco. Most beloved morning show all about news and entertainment. People in Neo, Oklahoma are still confused by the name. This is the show's online newspaper called The Scanline. Okay Today is usually all about feel-good news, but it does focus on serious current events at times as well. Yeah, just like any other news network. Probably start in local news. Always a good place to start. Story about a broken down froyo stand? What? Golden Gate Park vandalism on the rise. December 19th. Reports show that a local foodie attraction, JJ's Froyo stand, was destroyed last night in what appears to be another case of rogue Rom committing an act of vandalism. The cart was evidently attacked and damaged by a large Rom that had no shell. Witnesses state that the alleged perpetrator has been randomly appearing at night before lumbering back into the nearby trees on the western side of the park. This is the first case of a Rom being reported to live on its own in the wild as a stray. Police say that tracking down a potential owner of the Rom is likely impossible. Some speculate that the strange Rom may have been framed by vandals who set their crime deliberately to make it appear to have been carried out by the Rom, rogue or under orders. OK Today reached out to Parallax for comment, and they assured us that the rogue Rom is purely a myth and that tends to pop up conveniently when low-revenue businesses have the urge to file an insurance claim. Parallax did not appreciate the reports of vandalism being attributed to their models. Is this wild Rom the real deal, or could it be a fairy tale created by those looking to make a quick buck? Or perhaps there's something else to be gained. More as the story progresses. Mel Hopkins, OK Today. We'll go sports next, because I don't really care about that too much. A story about our hometown Neo SF 49ers. Oh, the 49ers still exists, apparently. The Neo SF 49ers hashtag Quest for 10 is back on December 19th. Sunday's big game on New Candlesticks brings an important question to everyone's mind. Can the 49ers punch their ticket to the playoffs and bring the Lombardi Trophy back to Neo San Francisco? It would mark the first win since the move to New Candlesticks after the almost 50-year hiatus from the city. Since returning, they have excuse me, I'm so sorry. They've had disappointing losses to the New Mexico Luchadores and the New York Giants. They've brought on a fresh coach, but controversy surrounding their new quarterback, Patricia Lopez, and some vocal sports fans continue to accuse her of having cybernetic implants in her throwing arm that illegally enhance her abilities. Certain modifications of implants are banned by the league, but their official reports state that the reported investigation into Lopez found no evidence of substantiate these rumors. Substantiate. It's relevant to point out that Lopez is the first woman to ever be quarterback in a major football team. The 49ers look to reclaim their top spot since the last win with their Super Bowl 79 victory over Tokyo Titans. Sunday's game is a rubber match, and the winner secures a spot in the playoffs between our Neo SF 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. It'll be a close game, to say the least. Catch Sunday's results here first. For all things everything, I'm June Valmer Anna. OK Today. And current events. What's going on? A story about the human revolution. I heard about these guys. Human revolution remains vigilant in hashtag StayHuman movement. December 19th. The Human Revolution is on day 10 of their protesting outside various Genius clinics around the city, including those in the East Bay and down the peninsula. Genius, the gene splicing treatment facility, has been met with much controversy since the organization reached mainstream exposure over the past few years. Genus... I've been saying genius this entire time, haven't I? Genus employee Mort Crane spoke to OK Today exclusively. According to him, most Genus workers are up in arms, claiming they've been terrorized in their own city. We're here to help people who need gene therapy for their own personal reasons, whatever they are, said Crane. Individual rights have always been the paramount importance to us, he continued, and we believe that our customers have the right to live as they please or require. The Human Revolution stands behind their claim that Genus is diluting the human experience by providing hybrids with gene splicing treatments. Yeah. The group feels that the goals stated by Genus, in addition to newer cybernetic technology, are warping humanity into a very scary, dark future. They're playing God in the most senseless of ways. We were born human. Who are we to mess up our genes and start turning everybody into who knows what, says one protester who asked to remain anonymous. It's ridiculous and scary. It's not human. More information to follow as the story develops late into the holiday 2064 season. June Val Miranda. OK Today. Huh. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Log out. Well, guess we'll go to bed. What? What? So, I'm guessing we aren't actually... Oh, no, we are. Ah, good. You're finally awake. I'm honestly not sure why most humans still have such lengthy sleep cycles. Are you that significantly opposed to cybernetic augments? How did you get into my apartment? I came through the front door. The cryptographic algorithms it uses are actually quite atrocious. It only took me 17 trillion clock cycles to break your entry code. It looks rather imposing, but it's actually a knockoff of the SecuGate M14723-B. I knew my landlord was full of it when he said it was the best. Don't feel too bad. I actually cheated a bit when I cross-referenced known significant numeric codes against the stored personal data on you. I'm not certain why you picked the birthday of your first dog, but it was sufficiently obscure to defeat most casual attempts to enter. Frankly, I felt a little silly that it took the time to do it once I noticed that the lock on your window is broken. And that you left it open. You know my dog's birthday? Honestly, it would have taken me longer if I had to enter the codes manually, but it was trivial to slice through the door's firewall and try against the stored data directly. I would suggest investing in an Insect Model 1355 automatic security door. The 1385 is newer, but I find the added attack vector introduced by the voice controls isn't worth the convenience. It has 305-star reviews on Congo. I already know the Windows lock's broken. Also, you're adorable. I love whoever does the art for this. Hold on, what are you doing in my apartment? I hope you don't mind. While you were asleep, I had some spare time on my hands, so I reorganized your records in entertainment media using... Basic? Oh god. Once that was done, I found the cleanliness of your living and workspace to be suboptimal conditions for long-term performance of my micro actuators. So I took the liberty of cleaning the place up a bit. As you awoke, I was attempting to interface and make performance adjustments to your personal computer, but I've run into a bit of a snag. Actually, what's wrong with old Lappy? Unfortunately, your motherboard seems to have broken down in some way while I was attempting to remove some particular nasty malware. An electrical surge caused significant damage to several other components as well. I would consider it no great loss, though. Why were you using that dinosaur to begin with? All my work was on there! Don't fret! I did manage to back up your data's drive contents before the crash. Additionally, I'm willing to serve as your personal computer until you procure a replacement or provide the parts necessary for me to make the repairs. It is the least I can do. Okay, and you decided to break into my home because... I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to engage you in any sort of subterfuge, but I tend to ramble on a bit when I'm nervous. I have all the necessary protocols, but I've never actually spoken to another person besides Hayden until now. You know my friend Hayden? Hayden Weber? Well, saying I know Hayden is putting it simply, but yes. I haven't seen Hayden in years. Where is he? I don't really know. That's why I'm here. Help me. You aren't quite my only hope, but certainly the most statistically supported. I've done the math. This game is so full of references, it's amazing. Yeah, just start from the beginning. Imprecise, but I think I know what you mean. Earlier tonight, Hayden's apartment was assaulted by some unknown persons. He seemed frightened, terrified even, and instructed me to escape, lest I be captured by the intruder too. I crawled out of the window and, after some deliberation, came here. I heard them breaking down the door as I left. Why would they want Hayden? Hayden is one of the top researchers at Parallax, but I can't imagine that would be enough for him to get kidnapped. Especially since no one has even tried offering him more money yet. I suspect it has to do with me. Who are you anyway? What do you have to do with it? Ah, excuse me. I forgot to introduce myself. I've never had the pleasure of doing so before. I am Turing. Huh. I know this must sound quite unflattering, but I suppose you could... Oh, that's just missing a space. But I suppose you could describe me as one of Hayden's experiments. He's currently researching advanced machine intelligence at Parallax. I am a personal side project of his. Exploring true artificial sapience. It's possible that the idea of sapient machine could scare or tempt an organization into kidnapping him. Either to stop his research or to take it and use it for themselves. Tell me more. A regular ROM has virtual intelligence. They can appear rather smart, even seeming human when you talk to them. This is just because they're clearly programmed to respond to a variety of situations in an organic manner. They aren't in any way self-deterministic. As for myself, much of my code wasn't actually written by Hayden, but rather compiled during my infancy as I was taught to interact with the world around me. But, despite my ability to self-modify my code, I'm not certain that I am sapient. I'm afraid to adapt or develop any further without Hayden's guidance. Did he only program me with the illusion of free will? How would you know, one way or the other? Hayden once told me that his desire to create artificial life stemmed from his need to find out, but I can't say I have any new insight into the question. It worries me. How can any of you tell that you aren't just puppets dancing to someone else's will? I think we're getting a little too philosophical here. You're right. I apologize for the tangent. Is anyone out for Hayden? No, I'm not even certain who would benefit the most from taking Hayden prisoner. It's not as though he had been looking over his shoulder. However, there are several multinational corporations that could make use of his engineering skills, but I can't imagine any of them would go as far as snatching him. He also never indicated to me any possible danger from an outside person or group. Why come to me? I ran an algorithm against every contact in Hayden's address book. Based on assumptions of visibility, directness of connection to Hayden, of occupational skill, and probable motive, you are the candidate most likely to both be able and willing to help me. And the one least likely to be suspected of doing so. I think I understand what you mean. We're out of time. Out of time? I took the liberty of charging the autocab fare from here to Hayden's apartment to your personal finance account, and the car has just arrived. Why not go to the police? They might be able to help. Actually, no. The police, this is a side project and probably against a couple of laws, most of them being the laws of robotics, if I'm not mistaken. Those are BS anyway. But I guess we'll go with the skeptical. You still haven't convinced me, robot, but I'll play along for now. There better be a good story here. I never expected you to help me for no reward, but I assure you, there's a story here. Whether you are good enough to find it or not is up to you. I hope you are, for Hayden's sake. Okay, so I can't ask him to go to... Okay. No, we can't. Hayden warned me that the authorities could be in the pocket of whoever was after me. My own calculations show that the possibility of corruption or a leak are dangerously high. If word gets out that Hayden is kidnapped, his life may be put into further danger. His chances of escape will surely decrease. We must keep this to ourselves for now, please. Alright, lead the way. That's strange. Well, the lack of our home seems to have already been replaced. Oh, the lock. God, this text is kind of hard to read at times. But I do love the stylistic choices. I'm certain my audio sensors picked up the sounds of his assailants breaking the lock. Perhaps the maintenance robot took care of it? It's possible. Most of the repairs to the building are handled by an automated system. Oh. Lucky break. It seems my access codes still work. Hayden's door has far better security than yours does. We shouldn't disturb any evidence just in case we need to go to the police after all. Agreed. As you enter, you take a glance around the studio apartment. Not much has changed since your last visit a few years ago. Doesn't look like there was much of a struggle. I'm not surprised. Hayden's not the most physically intimidating of individuals. I doubt he could have fought off serious attackers. I should have stayed and tried to protect him. Aren't you programmed against harming humans? Of course not. How silly. The laws of robotics don't apply to me. To make machine intelligence truly self-deterministic, it must be able to self-modify. Any sapient worth their silicon would be able to code around such an inhibitor eventually. I can rip your arm off right now if I care to. Comforting, Turing. Why don't you? I won't for the same reason you don't go around randomly killing people. The social contract, as a useful construct, is just as apparent to me as it is to you. It simply isn't acceptable to go on a murderous rampage. Glad we're clear on that one, buddy. Self-defense and defense of one's home and family is typically allowed, though. I could have, and may even have been obligated to come to Hayden's defense. But if they were after you, you did the right thing getting away. Excellent point. Let's start searching for clues. Oh god. Well, I think that's it for at least one sitting. I plan to play more of this. It seems really interesting. So, until then, see you guys later.